Hello everyone, I hope you all are doing well. I'm Malcolm from A1 Australia, PT, NATI and IELTS coaching. And I know that a lot of students struggle with the writing score in the PT academic test. So in this video, I'm going to cover the task of write essay using a template. Also, you might be wondering that there are so many videos on YouTube and on the internet which don't recommend using a template. But stay rest assured, if you use a template correctly, the way it should be used, 100%, you will get very high scores. That's for sure. So make sure that you watch this video properly and you also follow how to use any template correctly. Because as I mentioned, using templates correctly is really important. Just knowing that there is a template on YouTube, it's not going to help. If you know how to use it correctly, that's when you get results. So first of all, let me head to our portal, which is called mockmaster.ai. It's pretty effective. And let me just share my screen with all of you. So once you head to the portal, which is called mockmaster.ai, you can just go to any module to practice. You can also take mock tests. You have a lot of study material if you're a paid member. We have got more than 500 scored mock tests, etc. A lot of study material, including templates, prediction files, grammar rules, listening blanks, etc., etc., etc. But at the moment in this video, we are going to cover the task of write essay. So let me go to some question. Now, please understand one thing, that if you're going to use a template or if you're not going to use a template, the main thing is the content in the body paragraphs. So the essay should be between 200 to 300 words, and we get an overall timer of 20 minutes. Try to stick to the use of either British English or American English. Don't try to mix both. By mistake, if you mix both styles of English, American and British spellings, it's still okay. You will not be penalized for that. But ideally, try to follow any one main type of a spelling system. Also, we have written sample answers as well. So make sure you understand how to include the words or sentences, mainly the noun phrases or the words, keywords related to the topic, so that there is minimum repetition in the template. Now, let me break down a few things over here. You will be rewarded for using a good template. That's the first thing. Secondly, you will also be rewarded if there is less repetition of keywords. Yeah, by keywords, I mean, don't repeat the same topic words again and again. You must try to expand on your ideas by giving examples. That's really important as well. And the other thing which is important is that we should use academic collocations in the answers from the academic collocation list. Some words should be used at least. And the other thing is the use of phrasal verbs. What are phrasal verbs? For example, or what are collocations? Words like, rely on, depend on, in accordance with, keen to, preference for, according to. So all of these are academic words, and such words always help improve or increase the score of writing. Now, it's very important that you have ideas ready in your mind. You can also see the free prediction file at the right top of the screen. Get free prediction file. That's the latest file. That's free for everyone, whether you are a subscribed member or a free member to our portal. Go through the topics, go through some sample answers on the portal. That's very important. Now let's start with the use of my template. So it starts like this. It has long been a subject of discussion that After that, try to fit the topic. If it's a question, you must convert it to a statement that the rise of artificial intelligence raises ethical concerns. If there are multiple sentences in the topic statement, you must write all of them in the same sequence. Okay. Now, if it's a question, you obviously need to answer the question. And then you continue. There's the second line of the template. In my opinion, the given notion has several elements that deserve attention, comma, and I. Now, whenever you write the word I, it should always be capitalized. I will explain why using pertinent arguments. Now, once you finish your first paragraph, you must press enter only once. There is no need to press enter 2 times. You might think, what will happen if you press enter 2 times? Nothing will happen, but it's not required. And even in the real exam, you can see the total word count. So right now we have written 37 words over here, right? Now let's continue. So I'll start with body paragraph 1. Like, on the one hand, many proponents. Proponents means people who are in favor of a topic claim that, and write one related sentence to the topic, maybe in favor of the topic, because it's proponents means people who are in favor of some topic. And always explain a sentence with some examples. So basically try to write complex or compound sentences, like slightly longer sentences, that the use of artificial intelligence in the fields of science and technology has a profound impact, even that's a collocation, as it opens new doors, aiding, or you can also write facilitating medical research. Something to make the sentence longer. After this, you start an example. For example, comma, according to a recent survey done in Australia. You can write anything, it's just a simple example sentence. It is evident that 70% Australians believe that an advent means like increased advancement. It's a synonym for advancement. Okay. That an advent in the use of artificial intelligence will enhance the overall performance of students in undergraduate courses across Australia, comma, which will see students outperform those who don't use, we can use do not, we can also use contractions like don't, use AI, you can also use short forms. Any acceptable short form you can use in their school curriculum. You can also write curricula. Curriculum means like the syllabus. And when a noun is followed by a noun, when you want to show a possessive noun, you write the apostrophe S. So this sentence is done. Now let's continue. There's one more sentence. In a nutshell, it can be concluded that the uses of artificial intelligence can be varied leading to major technological advancements. Other factors impacted by the topic are the AI adoption rate and its benefits. Done. Now press enter and let's start a new paragraph, which is maybe against the first body paragraph. So you start body paragraph 1 by writing on the one hand. So you start the second paragraph by writing on the other hand, comma, many opponents. Earlier it was proponents, now it is opponents, means people who are against. So one paragraph probably in favor, the other against. Many opponents argue that excessive dependence on. So depend on is a collocation, like a phrasal verb, or it's basically a collocation of noun plus preposition collocation. On AI reduces, or you can also write a better word, like mitigates. That is a word similar to reduces, not the same, but similar. Mitigates students from using their own mental abilities, comma, which is not a positive sign, SIGN, sorry, in the long run. So words like, in the long run, those are like phrases. So idioms or phrases. So those are also helpful in improving the writing vocabulary score, and you will be rewarded by the PTE software. Then you again continue to illustrate according to, and always remember to leave one space after any comma or after any full stop. According to recent academic research, comma, most Americans believe that a preference for a course abetted by AI. Abetted means aided or facilitated, So you can also write aided by. If you're not sure about a spelling, don't write that word. Aided by AI will make students overconfident, comma, thereby making them practice less for an coming test. All right. And then you finish the sentence by writing something like this. Hence, comma, I am inclined to argue in favor of my stated stance that, again, you paraphrase the topic sentence and add a reason that the advent of artificial intelligence raises moral and ethical concerns. Ethical means related to morality, right or wrong decisions, which definitely need to be dealt with. Dealt with is also collocation on a deeper intellectual level. That's it. You press enter once and now you start your conclusion, because you don't want to write 300 words. You want to keep your answer somewhere between 240 to 270, 75 words, maximum 275. From what has been discussed above, comma, it is clear that the benefits of the given topic significantly outweigh drawbacks. This is a topic like a template sentence. And then you write the last sentence. So because it's the last sentence, you start like this, lastly, comma, in my opinion, comma, it would be wise to say that. And now you can repeat the same sentence and you can also paraphrase it. It's your choice, doesn't matter. That the rise of artificial intelligence re definitely raises ethical concerns, comma, which are valid, comma, and, or you can just finish it there, which are valid. That's it. So obviously my essay has gone a bit too long, like 297 words, because my aim is to write lengthier sentences, which are either complex or compound. Now, how to make compound sentences or complex sentences using words like because, as, which. So basically, when you add such connecting words, automatically as thereby, the sentence becomes lengthy. And you can see that I'm trying my best not to repeat the same words again and again. Yep. So still I'm left with about 5 minutes and 50 seconds. So I have managed to finish my essay in roughly 14 to 15 minutes. You get 20 minutes. And please remember that your essay length should never exceed, means should never be more than 300 words. Otherwise, there will be a massive penalty on your score. Okay, please always remember that. So ideally, you should check your answer multiple times for spelling mistakes, typing errors, grammatical errors, etc. But you can rely on our AI as well, like our mock masters AI to show you the mistakes. So let me just submit it now once and let's see how it is. And as I said, if you click on the answer button, you can also see some sample responses. You can see some other responses by other students in the notice board, etc. But anyway, let me submit my answer now. And now we wait. So hope you like the template, but please remember, don't rely on just on the templates, yeah? And it's not the templates don't work, they definitely work. A lot of our students get 90 out of 90. Even today, some students have got 90 in writing and each as well. But the main thing is to focus more on content. Content is really important. So we waited for about 6-7 seconds and you can see my score, it's 13 out of 15. So probably I missed a comma after impact. So you can see that the AI on our portal is suggesting a comma. Even after varied, I need to put a comma. Students, after students, it says it's suggesting some replacements. Even after, instead of which, it's suggesting that. And your, it says concerns. After concerns, just put a full stop. That's what it says. So you can see my scores, even in the, I've got a 0 out of 2 in grammar. So there's nothing to be very afraid about it. But the thing is, even if there are, like, if there is one mistake in grammar, the software reduces 1 point out of 2. The total contribution of grammar is 2 points out of 15 in the essay calculation scheme or score. If there are more than 2 mistakes, you get a 0 in grammar. So obviously, we need to be very careful with our grammar. Obviously, I didn't check it, but you guys should check your essays. So this was just not a test setting, but when you do a test or a mock test, obviously it's a very high stakes exam. The fee is very high for the PT test. It's around $460. So you need to be very careful. Anyway, that was me, Malcolm from A1 Australia, PT IELTS and NATI Coaching. Hope you liked the video. If you are looking for any types of classes, online or face-to-face, wherever you are in the world, we do provide classes for PT, IELTS and NATI CCL, uh, multiple languages. So make sure that you reach out to us and I wish you the best. Thank you. Good luck.